Okay guys, 1972 Nova with a 6.2 liter in it. Let's crank her up. Fuel pump.
And welcome to the channel. What happens if you win a 1972 Project Nova? Now sure, it's a little rough, but really it's only missing the engine. But there's a catch. You have 1 month to swap an engine into the Nova, get it running, and do a Smokey burnout video. Here's the question. Lots of guys can probably put a motor in, but do you go the easy route? Do you stick a small block in there or maybe a big block? Or do you go with something other guys?
Okay guys, Richard Holder here. Welcome to the channel. Look what's behind me. It's out on the street. That means it's running. So let's do a walk around with the Nova, find out what motor is in it, and find out if it's gonna do the burnout. Okay guys, we're here with the winner of the Nova. Tell everybody your name.
Oliver Kish.
And what about the shop where you work at?
Foreign Car Center.
Awesome. So now we're going to do the big reveal on what motor he's installed in the Nova. Remember, 31 days after he won the Nova, he had to get a motor in, get it all ready, and do a Smokey burnout. So first of all, let's find out what motor is in the Nova. Are you ready? Okay, let's take a look. Pop the hood.
All right.
Here we go.
Okay,
wait. Here's a hint. Here's a hint. What does this say right here?
It's out of a Sierra.
6.2 out of a Sierra. How many people think it's going to be an LS? An aluminum LS. Let's take a look.
Out of an 84 Sierra.
84 Sierra. I take it this is not an LS. Take a look. Yeah. I'm going to turn you guys around so we can get a better view. Yeah, time for the big reveal. This is a 6.2 liter, but what year is this thing out of?
1984.
Yeah, vintage. Everything was better in the 80s. Turbo diesel. Okay, what kind of turbo we got on here?
That is a Borg Warner S2E off of a Caterpillar.
So it's actually a turbo diesel for a turbo diesel application, right?
Yes, sir.
Nice. Okay, and we did a little something here on our wastegate, right? This is not the factory wastegate for this turbo, right?
Nope, that's off of an 80s Volvo.
And why did you replace the wastegate?
Because the factory wastegate wouldn't crack until 35 PSI.
Probably more than we needed for this application. We got a really cool, what is this, like a 4-inch downpipe or something?
4-inch downpipe.
Nice. That's how we do it. Lots of exhaust. Look, it's already glowing red hot. Not really. Okay, I like this. First of all, no intercooler right now. That's something might be get done later on. But look at this intake manifold. Yeah. I see you got a boost gauge for it, right?
Yep.
So what two gauges do you have? The two most important one?
Coolant temperature and boost.
Yep, I got a radiator up here. Look at that. Nice, connected up. This thing looks like it belongs here. And this is for our boost gauge. Nice little plate. Got a piece of pipe welded to it. Yeah, for the turbo. Okay, talk to me about exhaust manifolds. These are the factory exhaust manifolds for this motor, right?
Yes, factory, fitting on both sides.
Okay.
Had a little clearance problem with the steering box, but the Sawzall took care of that.
Hey, it always works. And you got a cross under pipe over here, right?
Yep.
And you got one on the other side. And then they merge down here. I'm gonna zoom down in here. So that's actually a divided entry, right?
Yes, divided.
And it is a divided housing?
Divided house.
So we get all that boost response, right?
Yes, sir.
Nice. So I remember this radiator actually came with either 1 or 2 electric fans, right?
Yep, came with one big one.
Yeah, so you decided against that. So we got a mechanical fan here, and it's clutch too, which I like.
Yes.
So what did this fan assembly come from? Because I know that this didn't come on this diesel.
Nope, the fan clutch came off of a 22R Toyota with the mounting holes slotted out to fit, and the fan blade is off of an old 70s Corolla 18TC.
I love it, all the mix and match.
All the mix and match.
Okay, talk to me about the alternator.
Alternator's off another Toyota. It's off of a 1990 Lexus ES250.
Nice, Toyota's in the house. And then also, I noticed that that Lexus would not have come with a V-belt, right? So what did you do up front here?
That is a V-belt pulley off of an old Honda CVCC Civic.
Nice. So you were saying that these alternators kind of, they all share the same pilot shaft and the pulleys all kind of interchange,
Yep,
right?
all interchange.
Nice. And I see we have at least one battery here, and then if we walk around real quick, we see we've got a second battery inside the car. This is kind of awesome. At least one cover plate for one of the holes. We've got two others though. But right here, we've got a second battery. That looks like a big marine battery.
That's out of a BMW.
Oh, nice. Okay. So you got two batteries. Make sure that this thing starts, right?
Yep.
Awesome. Here are our gauges that we were talking about. Yeah. Boost and water temp. So what's this little red button here?
That is for the line lock.
Nice. We're going to go up and take a look at that. Okay, here's the plumbing for our line lock. That's awesome. So talk to me a little bit about what happened with the brakes. This looks like the factory master cylinder that came on this motor, right?
Yes, it's the factory one, and I didn't have to touch it. It might need new seals as it loses a little bit of pressure sometimes, but works good enough for now.
So do you think that this is the one that came with this car back in '72?
Yes, most of the parts on this car are all original. The date codes are all 72. Haven't found anything newer than that.
That's awesome. And I see we have a solenoid back here, a starter solenoid. That's something we normally associate, you know, a remote starter like that, or a solenoid for that. But that's actually not a solenoid for the starter, right?
No, well, it is an old starter solenoid off of my Crown Vic, but now it's running the glow plugs.
Nice. So take a look down here. Here's the wiring for the glow plugs, or really tiny spark plug wires. So living in California, we don't have as much of a problem with the glow plug stuff. We don't have, you know, negative 20 degrees here.
No.
But hit the glow plugs for a little bit and she starts right up, right?
Yep, just a few seconds.
That's awesome. So what we need to do now is do a startup video. Let's check that out. Okay guys, 1972 Nova with a 6.2 liter in it. Let's crank her up. Fuel pump. So awesome. Yeah. All right, let's take a look at the boost gauge. Does it make boost? Positive pressure on the rev. I love it. Okay, so talk to me about the rear end here.
Rear end is a 8.5-inch 10 bolt, and it has 308 gears.
Nice.
And it has a lunchbox locker installed.
Oh, so a locker. So we're spinning both of them, right?
Spinning both.
Nice. We're not just faking it, not just doing a one-wheel peel.
No way.
Nice. And so the trans though is still original, right? That's
yes.
still a Saginaw.
That is from one of the. I've always wanted to keep that original 3-speed Saginaw, and it's held up.
Nice. And then tell me about, we did something here on the leaf springs, I can tell.
Yes, so it's equipped with very soft mono leafs. It had horrible axle wrap, and they would hop badly. So I took a pair of anti-wrap leafs off of an old Jeep YJ leaf pack and
nice.
grafted them on.
Oh, perfect. And you said that this thing now hooks and goes good, right?
Hooks and goes great.
Nice. So I like these low buck approaches to, instead of putting slapper bars or traction bars or something on it, or, you know, and changing the leafs and all that stuff. So now what did you do for shocks on this thing?
Shocks is just stock replacement. I think these are KYBs in the back.
Nice. And what about the fuel tank? The fuel tank didn't have any rust in it?
No, the fuel tank looked brand new inside. It just had some
Dude, that's fantastic.
Old gas gunk in it.
Nice. Okay, so one final thing on the diesel, you've got a lift pump here, right?
Yes.
And so that's drawing the fuel all the way from the back from the factory fuel tank, right?
Fuel tank, yep.
Okay, and then we're putting it through a separator here?
Yeah, water separator and a filter, and that's actually a old marine application.
Oh, nice. So we would have found this on a boat?
On a boat.
A diesel application?
No, it would even work on a gas one, too.
Okay, so they were still separating it?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Is this a drain here?
That's, yeah, draining water.
Oh, sweet. Dude, I love this. And then you were talking about having to, something happened with the diesel pump, right?
Yes, when I went on a long trip, I had another pump that was not a lift pump. It was just a standard fuel pump, and it didn't deliver enough volume. And when I went on a long trip, I must have gotten the pump hot because it's cooled with the diesel, and I partially seized up the head in the injection pump, and I scrambled on Friday night all the way working until 2 a.m. to get the injection pump working again.
So did you just rebuild that one or unseize it, or do you have to get a new one?
I unseized it. I think maybe just some old grit got in there, and I just freed everything up and slapped it back together, and that's when I added this better lift pump on it.
Cool. I love the throttle linkage, probably the newest thing on the car, so tell me about the throttle linkage.
That is off of a about 1986 GMC 3/4 ton truck, and I just modified the cable to work with the factory gas pedal and the linkage on this injection pump.
So was this throttle cable, was that for a diesel or was it just for a gas engine?
It was for a diesel,
okay.
But for a newer one,
yeah.
So that's why I had to do the modifications.
Okay, sweet, I like that. All right, talking about the suspension mods. Obviously, this thing originally had a 6-cylinder. We're going to take a look. I'll go ahead and show you a photo of the original build sheet. You can take a look at all the things that this had. It was kind of a bare bones deal. It was originally a 250 cubic inch 6-cylinder, an inline 6, and had springs and shocks, you know, accordingly. So what did you do here to change this for the heavier V8 diesel?
Well, I wanted to get a set of big block springs, but because of the supply chain issues and shipping times, I couldn't find a decent set quickly. So I went through the Moog catalog and I found a set that Napa had in stock, and just by chance, it actually fits Tri-5 Chevys.
Nice. So you just took the free height and the spring rate and compress height. Oh, that's good.
And compared it to the factory 72 Nova specs, and these were really close, within a few percent.
Nice. Seems like it's working out really well. Still got the bump stops on here. Did you have to do anything to the ball joints or anything?
No, the ball joints are good. I haven't even greased them yet.
Oh, perfect. And you did have to do something to the front brakes, though, right?
Yeah, so it does have a set of old shoes in it. I had to swap them around side to side because whoever did the last brake job didn't know what they were doing, and they tore up the drums.
Uh-oh.
And so it took me some searching, but I found a pair of drums, and the application calls for 72 Buick Apollo.
Nice. That's part of the family, though.
Yeah, it is.
Nice. So she stops now?
Stops decent.
That's important, because she goes. We know she goes. We're going to show you the video on the burnout. Stopping is very important.
Okay, guys, I have to say the Nova project and the giveaway was nothing but a huge success. It was awesome. Congratulations, Oliver. He's the right kind of guy to win this car, and he got it done. And not only did he get it done, he got it done in style. So he wins the Nova, decides, I'm going to put a motor in, I'm going to do a Smokey burnout, and not only that, I'm going to do it with something very cool. I'm going to do it with a turbo diesel. In fact, technically speaking, that motor was actually just a diesel that then he added a turbo to, which makes it even more awesome. I love the fact that he hooked all that stuff up to the factory Saginaw 3-speed trans. It had the original 8.5 rear end, and he did all the little things as we talked about with suspension and brakes, the things that were needed to get the thing on the road and running. And that's the takeaway from all this. Get your thing running and then do other mods. I'm Rich Holder. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, ring the bell, do all that stuff. Turbo Diesel Nova in the house.